Hey y'all, what's groovy? This is Alchemy. And here we talk all things alchemy, all right? We are going to talk about a couple cool concepts, okay? I'm ready to just go on and kick this jazz with y'all real quick, hunty. So, 1 + 1 = 2, right? All right? Just think about it. We say this all the time. This is a really interesting concept, right? We think about the measurements of math as far as a value system, right? And its accuracies. And the facts, right? So factually, you know what I'm saying? If I take one apple, right? And somebody else gives me another apple, but when I put those two apples together, I have 2 apples, all right? That is a measurement of the value of apples. Now, this is where we're going to add some alchemy to this, okay? So let's say I've got 2 paints, right? Let's say I've got a red color paint and I've got a white color paint, right? So by all means, I've got 2 paints, right? Now, let's say I take a little bit of that red paint and I add a little bit of that white paint, right? Just take a little bit from each canister. I put the red down, take a little bit of that, pour that in. Then take a little bit of that white, pour that in over here, put the white down. So I still got my original red and white. But when I take that red and white mixture that I've added together and mix that up, now I've got what? Pink. So 1 + 1 actually made 3. Right? It could be an argument, right? I know it's a little trippy. I know, all right? But y'all get that. That's a very common concept, right? We know math. We've been in grade school and all that jazz. But when we think about that on a very practical level, but in an experimental level, when we apply a change to something, we've then created something new. Okay? Yeah, see? It's a really groovy concept when we think about the 1 + 1 can make 3. All right. Now, if I was to ask you a question and say, we're trying to measure truth, right? Let's think about truth. We hear words like actually or accuracy, right? Accuracy. And then we hear things like facts, right? We hear a lot about facts, child. Okay. And generally, we think of these words as being synonymous, meaning the same thing, right? You know, the facts, the accuracy, the truth, right? But I had started thinking about some things because I'm like, sometimes things just as they're explained to you, like 1 + 1 = 2, right? I was always explaining that, right? You start looking at it a certain way, and you'd be like, well, if I take this and this and I mix it, I come up with something completely different, right? You can apply changes to things. So I'm gonna talk about this etymology because we do kick etymology here, okay? Because there's a whole lot of alchemy going on, y'all. And I want to break some things down about these 2 words on the etymology level, right? And see how close they're really getting us to the idea of truth, right? So if I was to ask you a question, do you think that accurate and facts, are they synonymous with the word truth, right? And I asked a couple people that I know this. I had asked one of my friends, and she was like, yeah, I think that accurate gets you closer to the truth, right? Because it's like it's got more weight, like it's accurate, right? Then I had another friend that said, oh, well, you know, I would say that facts are more closer to the truth if you're going to do a comparison, right? Because you need the accuracy to support the facts. I was like, okay, cool, I get that too. Then I heard some people say, you know what, for real talk, they all mean the same shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody scream facts, facts, okay? That's like the stamp of approval that this is as close to truth, and it's a truth, right? It's a fact, it's accurate, all right? We're trying to get to the truth of the matter. Does 1 + 1 = 2, right? Or does 1 + 1 = 3? Okay, what's the truth of the matter? What we working with? Okay, because we have these questions all the time, y'all. We're using these words all the time. In fact, society is actually branding these words to help us understand how we're going to interact with each other, right? This is based off the facts. We need X, Y, Z, or you know, what the truth of the matter is ABC, right? So I wanted to look at these words because they're being thrown around a lot. So come with me. Come with me. Shout out to them dudes. Ooh, they were so cute back then. I heard one of them was into some trouble, child. Now, but anywho, let me kick my etymology because that's what we here for. So let's talk about this real quick. All right. Well, we're going to do two things. We're going to look at the dictionary, define the definition of how we're defining these words currently, right? Because that's the current definition of it. All right. Then we're going to go back in here and check out the etymology. All right. So I'm going to go get my goggles, child. Hey. How you doing? So I want to look up the definition of... What do I want to look up first? Let me look up the definition of accuracy, right? Because again, I'm trying to see if accuracy or accurates and facts are like synonymous. All right, so look at this. Okay. Definition of accurate. Correct in all details. Exact. All right. Without any mistakes, things like that. Okay, so that's accurate. So let's look for accuracy. Can I get a definition on accuracy, please? Accuracy. Thank you, source. Thank you, source. Okay, so technical is the degree to which the result of a measurement, calculation, or specification conforms to the correct value or standard. Okay, so you're looking for accuracy, you're looking for a measurement, right? So I'm like, yeah, give me the accuracy. What's the answer here, right? I'm trying to get as close to the true correctness of it, all right? So let me look up the definition now of facts. Facts. All right, definition. I can't type. Of fact. Okay, cool. Fact. A thing that is known or proved to be true. So a fact is a thing that is known or proved to be true. Okay? That's interesting. Look at this word, proved to be true. All right. So you either know things are true or you're proving, because that could be a state, right? Maybe somebody is like ignorant of some details about what goes on, right? Like, okay, for instance, I'm going to a party, some stuff went down. By the time I get to the party, it's been kicked off. And I'm like, what happened? I thought we was, I don't know the facts, right? So it has to be proven to me, like, what happened between these people to make everything go, crazy, right? So I get the definition of fact. All right. Okay, cool. So both, again, they seem like they're very synonymous with what truth means. We're trying to get to the true meaning of things, right? Kick this. Let's go, though, and look at the etymology, right? Because I want to see where these words came from in their original state, right? Because words do change in meaning over time. So, because again, we got some whole alchemists coming on, y'all. Kick this. Let's do accuracy first. I'm going to go to etymonline.com. All right. It's one of the best online etymology dictionaries you can find. All right. So when we look at the etymology, again, the origins of how this word came to be, accuracy. Okay. It even has like some other familiar words, like some other, reference words to it, but the very first word at the top says accuracy with a noun. Okay, it's a state of being extremely precise or exact, conformity to truth. Yeah, you're trying to conform. Okay, got it. Cool. Makes total sense based off the definition, because we heard a similar thing with the definition of accuracy. All right, so the etymology kind of makes sense. Yeah. So let us do facts. All right. So once I type in facts, I get to this now, and I kick this shit. It says an action, anything done, especially evil deed. From Latin factum, an event, ordinance, deed, achievement. All right. So does that sound Like that's a truthful thing. From the etymology standpoint, it does not. So let's talk about how tricky these alchemists are, okay? So again, kick it. Facts. Look at that word. Like we looked at accuracy, right? We look at, or accurate, right? You see rates. You see what rate means. You think math. You think of measurement. You get it, right? Now look at the word fact. If you drop the F off of fact, all you're left is with an act, right? It's an act. So the etymology of fact actually sounds closer to what we would think of the current time definition of the word act. A deed. It's basically just saying that this was anything done. Like this was an act. I woke up, got my ass out of bed. Act. Act 1. Got my ass up out the bed, got in the shower. Act 2, right? These are just things that you're doing. It's an act, right? Fact, though, has just adding that F kind of added more weight to it, right? So as we think about the definition of it, right? So we're saying, if we definitively think about it, when someone says fact, we say, oh, this person is telling the truth, or they're claiming to be telling the truth, right? But the etymology of this word is an especially evil deed, where anything can be done. It just makes me think, like so many people are tossing around, oh, that's fact, right? Did you check the science? Oh, that's a fact. Well, I'm going to challenge your facts to accuracy, okay, ma'am? Okay, sirs? Okay? We need to start pressing information with these alchemists who are working this magic. You see what I'm saying? Somehow, and this is, if you go to, I'm going to pull this up too for you so you guys can check out the visuals. But yeah, look at this. From the 1530s, right? This word was kind of kicked into gear. And we're going to kick this etymology for a bit. But I wanted to talk about this because with the current state of the world, everybody keeps talking about like what's true, right? And what we should be doing based off the truth, okay? And with this real big event that's going on with the world, y'all know what I'm talking about with Ronisha, okay? Ronisha done brought her ass up in here, and it's made everybody confused. So now everybody's trying to looking for the truth of the matter, what truthfully should be done and is the best for everybody, right? I could kick a lot of astrology here too, y'all, because we in the age of Aquarius, and a lot of us know that that's like the almost to the end of the zodiac, right? You only got Pisces left, so Aquarius is like that fixed air, all right? Aquarius is known for being kind of cold. It's not an emotional sign, right? It doesn't really care about how people feel about it. It's really just looking for, what it knows, the accuracy, right? The facts, as we were led to believe, right? Of what is going to be good for everyone concerned. But I'm telling y'all, these alchemists are kicking shit on facts. Just on the fact that something was done. Now, look, just because you done decided to go hire some of your chemist friends and get together with a board of people that you work for and come up with some ooey gooey stuff and say that the ooey gooey liquidy stuff is supposed to help me out based off facts, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's accurate. You haven't even had this information long enough to really know and study all the effects that it can have in an accurate fashion. Come on now, it's documents all over coming out saying, hey, this is a miss. Something's not right here. But then people say this blanketed ass word like fact. Check facts. Like, bitch, this ain't no fact, yo. Or how about this? You know what? What they're telling us is that, yes, this is a fact. Because all it was an act. It was just a part of our show to show you, based off our evil deeds, what we intend on fucking doing. Y'all better wake the fuck up. We sounding the alarm over here. It's wild though, right? Because again, look, y'all. If you're sitting over there in disbelief, like, what the hell? It happened. It happened to me. I don't even know how I was led on this. I love etymology, right? In fact, I think I was looking up some other words. And just somehow I was led to accuracy and fact. And when I kicked the etymology on fact, I was like blown away. I'm like, this is a word I use every day. If somebody were to tell me that something was a fact, somebody I trusted, I would absolutely believe them wholeheartedly, just based off the energy that word carries. And we do know that words carry energy, right? Check out the Japanese doctor that did this experiment. If you haven't, most of y'all probably already have though. But he took water and he took 3 glasses, said positive things to one, said nothing to the other, and then said ugly things to the next one. When he froze that water, the one that he spoke love into had beautiful crystals. I mean, it was just pretty. The one that he didn't give a shit about just did whatever it was going to do. And the one that he had negative things to say about had a more distorted kind of crystally look, right? So again, just taking actual water, you can try it at home if you want to. I don't care shit, but if you were to do that, and just think about our children. If you speak love and enrichment into a child, it's going to grow up to be fruitful in that way. We've seen plenty of children that were neglected and left behind and struggle to kind of figure out their own way, right? And what happened to those children when they became adults, right? Versus the last group when we had children that we put guns in their hands. We told them the wrong things to do. We enforced the wrong shit, the negative shit for them to do, and then they became adults. And you see what I'm saying? So it's the same shit. I don't give a fuck how you cut that shit, okay? These words have vibrations. They carry over energies, right? And there's some alchemy being done on the language as we know it, okay? Kick it like this. If my homegirl called me, hey, what up, bitch? And she says that's in a term of endearment, right? I mean, you can say bitch. Oh, look at that bitch. Oh, look at that bitch, okay? I mean, it all carries a certain energy and vibration, and I was able to do that just then, right? I was able to let you know what kind of vibration I was trying to carry, okay? So I'm telling you, these mofos ain't lying to you when they say fact. But you are being deceived at the same time, okay? You got to know what you know. If you don't know and they know, then you're at a disadvantage, all right? So we got to start looking at this deeper. So if they can tell me that a fact is just an act generally inspired by evil deeds. Now this is what the etymology is saying. Why do you think so much is being done to be silencing people, right? Why is so much being done to make you feel like you don't have a choice, right? It's a lot of energy going on. But if we continue to expose this energy and talk to each other about this energy and educate ourselves on what's being done, we can be more informed. I'm going to go with some more videos because I'm telling y'all, these group of alchemists, because these ain't my folks, y'all. I just know what they do, okay? Because I do the same thing in a different type way, you know what I mean? Again, these particular type of alchemists, though, they work from a inspired place of evil, right? And when you think of evil, it's almost like a entagram of live, EVIL, right? That's backwards. It's live, okay? So they like to take shit and turn it and make it something backwards, y'all. That's all they do. And we're gonna keep kicking it over here on this channel. We're gonna keep breaking it down, breaking the misinformed information down so we can really expose the light on it, okay? Beam this shit on up so we can raise these vibrations of the planet. We are here to do the work. I'm talking to the light workers. If you're a teacher, all right, you need to be teaching. If you a singer, sing this shit, y'all. If you write it down. But let these ideals flow, because it ain't doing me no good to know this shit if everybody else don't know. You see what I'm saying? And I just didn't know. Before I stumbled on this shit, I was thinking facts was the end all be all for a measurement of a truth. And these motherfuckers clearly know that ain't what it is. I got myself upset. But let me calm down because I need to get out this water energy and get more air, all right? Because when I really think about what's happening, I'm like, if they can use the energy, then so can we, damn it. So can we can empower ourselves. How do we empower ourselves? With this knowledge, with these words, with this inspiration, with these gifts that we just got. Our ancestors didn't leave us here by ourselves. God didn't leave us here by ourselves. Source or whomever your higher power, right? You're not by yourself. I literally doing what I do, just being curious. Okay, a little more tea. My kick a little bit more tea. My North Node is in Gemini in the 12th house. I've always had a natural curiosity when it came to understanding my spiritualness and spirituality. So I couldn't fit the rigid systems that my South Node came from, which I started out in a real rigid system. I started out Southern Baptist Christian, which is all cool. I mean, it helped me understand a lot. But there were certain points when I had certain questions and I wanted to pull for more information. My energy was more like, you need to go with where was curious. Just scratch at it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I've always been led to things. Even sometimes I had to come back around to things. But I was always led to something spiritually beneficial by scratching at things, by asking questions, by doing my research, okay? You need to get in your North Node if you ain't already, all right? If you already doing it, keep going at it, all right? So all I'm saying, y'all, is once we start scratching at this shit, we begin to put a whole nother picture together. And I'm calling on our alchemy to do that, on my alchemy, on your alchemy. You know what I'm saying? So as we end this, please let me know what your alchemy is and what you thought about this particular alchemy video on our etymology. You know, let me know too how you felt about this when you were thinking about facts and accuracy, right? Was there ever something that you always felt was synonymous, or did you think like one had more weight than the other? And, you know, after thinking about the etymology, I don't know, do you agree with me? Do you really think like this is a evil, sinister attempt, or it was just like a natural evolution of like how the word bitch is, right? You know what I'm saying? And do you even think that these words carry any weight and vibration? You know, I'd love to hear your ideas. All right, I got myself hyped, child. Plus I got this coffee. So let me do this. Let me go on with my routine. But I can't wait to come back to you all with another video. And until then, take care. Talk to you guys later. Bye.